I took one trade. Idea was on the higher time frame. My first idea was maybe a short towards these relative equal lows right here. I don't really relative equal. I mean, just because they're lows that are pretty stacked, so I just using that term. But that was the first idea, but also didn't end up happening. I first thought of it when we had this displacement right here. I thought this would end up leading towards it, but no. Didn't say anything. I was just bad. And I was just looking at the market, but then later I was looking at my phone and we ended up pumping towards these previous highs during the session, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this relative right here, we probably end up seeking it. But it's either we end up immediately pumping towards it, or we're gonna end up getting a rebound into the 15-minute. And I was like, if we get a 15-minute rebound and we get some sort of entry from there, then that's I mean, depending how the actual setup is, that's how good it would be. But so we end up getting a 15-minute rebounds into the first 15-minute gap. ES only has one, which is this lower one. But Nasdaq ended up having two. ES ends up sweeping this low and then on lower time frame. Which ends up being internal S&P right there. There wasn't really no 5-minute gap, and I think there was a 2 and 1 minute. Oh yeah, there was a bunch of 1 minutes, but I took it on the 2 minute. So I kind of took it a little bit late. I mean, even though I entered over this kind of, I got like entry, like, yeah, well, you can see the arrow right there. I was looking at the phone and I was looking at that. I was like, if this gets inverse, I'll take a trade off of this. So all this, I'll be looking depending on the volume is. I looked down and then the candle ended up closing and then the next one opened. I was like, oh, so I immediately like entered the trade on my phone. And then I took it off both of my accounts, but I ended up taking it on a micro. I thought it was in the right contract, but it was in the wrong contract. I changed chart and I thought it was on Nasdaq, but I was on ES now. So I closed it over there. And then I tried logging into my phone because I just traded on this one. So I sent into this one and then screen recorded this. And yeah, so I was like, yeah, it is what it is. So I took it on one. But I mean, either way, it got break even. But yeah. So I did was enter nothing to rebound to the 5-minute, 2-minute inversion targeting, well, 75 points, 1 to 2.6. Depending how we would react around this internal range here. Obviously, maybe close it, who knows what. But obviously, didn't shake your whole inversion. Obviously, we have a bunch of stacked highs up here, a bunch of previous high stack. We have this high up here, a bunch of other high stacked up here. So, well, I mean, my narrative was long, but my deal is maybe the market might end up wanting to come lower and then go higher, which is why I kind of did it, but like wasn't thinking this would like honestly inverse like that with that much volume. Yeah, it was what, like a 35-point candle, that 34. But it did, so I was like, yeah, I mean that's pretty good. But yeah, so we got that inversion, 2-minute inversion. We have stacked highs above to the left, and then we have all these internal highs right here, built up trend line liquidity, targeting 75 points. We were on 1500. Oh, yeah, but stop break even. My break even 1 to 1, but this high, it was like basically like it was like that. To literally edge my break evens up. So I was like, yeah, no. So I was so waiting, and then yeah, this ends up coming lower. Then hits his previous high. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna break even at the previous high. So I moved it, and I wouldn't. Yeah, hits it, and then yeah, so I guess I thought break even. I kind of wanted to close just to like, even though it's a 1 to 1, take some because I did take a loss. That's why my account balance is at 740. I'm down like 700. I took I don't even think I have the jar. What is it different? Alright. I took this trade too. It was on the 1 minute. It's 1 minute emergency. Put this gap here. Rebounds a bunch of 1 minute gaps. So we had this low. I was thinking we probably rebound to this 15-minute and then deliver lower, but also just keeps chopping, 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 chopping. 30-second inversion, 30 seconds of pumping freaking 50 points and then just dump. So yeah. But I mean, to me, it was a good setup. Not the best idea setup. I could have avoided this so much because it was already late in the day, and I could have just avoided. It was just chop price action. I ended up missing a better solid trade up there, and it is. That's the price to pay when you trade choppy condition. And it is what it is, but could have avoided it. That was an unnecessary loss, but yeah. So 15-minute rebounds, 2-minute inversion, and turn SMT with ES. Stack trendline liquidity to the left, and then more to the left. We have a bunch of highs stacked up, and we have previous session on top. But stop break even, and obviously it ends up coming even lower. And at this point, the market can either now target these lows or we continue higher. On the 15-minute, we inverse the whole range, but ES ends up inversing this internal range. But yeah, so I mean, who knows what happens at this point? I mean, I'm done. I wouldn't take nothing. These gaps are too big. This is a 100-point gap. 69 point, yeah. So I'm done. I was hoping we would have some sort of red folder tomorrow, but yeah, no, the only red folder is on Thursday, and I think it's at like 7 p.m. I don't even know. Or 11, or something. But yeah, that's true. Today. Yeah, the only reason I took it, because to me, this was the A plus setup. Yeah, a good draw, look good, good draw. Good rebounds into the range, good entry. Here's a good trade. It just, yeah. Literally, as soon as I enter, it just chops him. I mean, that's the only like bad, like that was so unfortunate. But, I go on TikTok. I'm like, nah, TikTok people are freaking taking it too. I was like, oh heck no. Yeah, like there's a lot of people that were trying to like or taking the same, no, not the same setup, but like the same idea. Yeah, but I got stopped break even. I don't know about other people. Some people weren't even break even, so I was like, ooh. Yeah, after literally after this job, I was like, I'll probably just close it if this candle like ends up being like bearish. And I mean, it's just instantly something. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, that's a trade for today. We'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow, no news, and Thursday's 5:30. I'm pretty sure this isn't gonna do anything. We probably won't have any volume, but if we do, then maybe we pass the accounts on Thursday, depending if we have a data high setup, data high, data low. But yeah, we'll see what happens there.